Muna Malwana. Today, my brother, my friend, the CEO of Prince Paradise PPGC Global. This is Prince Okunye Munya Komaz. He is into real estate. Here our properties. More company rally. One company ngoriale otuni law. Elowe saha. One company Memeleka microfinance. Abi?
Yes.
I'm correct, right?
Yes.
And the company one branch Asaba.
Branch Asaba, branch on it's a branch in Ogwashuku.
Oh, my goodness. And was it hotel? I think there's 2 hotels.
Yes, 2 luxury apartments in Asaba. Paradise luxury apartments.
So Abia. Anyway, better we must not to breakfast or not before the man samba. Oku trending. Oku has rent. Ono la to. Kembo Oku. Was the mefila we won't get go before has rent. Oh well. But at the same time, Oku bia eke kukwa. So here I get by being when also in this issue the trending about rentage. Ale le kwasaba Aleka Ekunumasaba. As about the state capital.
Yes.
There is presence of government, seat of government in the back.
Yes.
But Aleka relevant say I don't come as go lot. Shop in Mekere 30,000 a month. Was so go 3 years. Then lady were to turn since 10 years ago or 20 years ago. 2 rooms were now 1.5 million. Can you really have the somebody now? I don't know how I don't know no way. You want to say
you more than one from my own perspective, personally, we should be happy. We should be grateful. We should be thankful. This is to show ni Aleka ni development Labaha. He check around Nigeria as a whole. We're checking man believe only acre land. Yeah, Abo is the fast developing
community.
All those prices of goods and commodities. Their ratio ni development. They been way develop. We have only in Member City. Yani kikumewa. Ihi buzoku me forget Asaba. Forget Abuja, forget Lagos.
Okay.
The presence of government. That is to show Amo Aleka ehi nyenewa commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, ogi many it was one somewhere like Oko Street where. I don't think anybody may be busy on that side for residential. You are doing somebody like you now cannot go there. My friend vintage. Or what to lose or not put. I don't even a boring, but a bar crowded. Yeah, what I mean. However, by definition, when you are more capitalism.
Okay.
Capitalism is a political system whereby trade and industry is being controlled by private owners for profit.
For profit.
Yes.
Okay.
This word profit is very important in this our discussion. Kẹ̀hún sọ ọmú màríkà máa o, àwọn gbọ́ o, kẹ̀hún sí ọmú mà yá o kúkẹ́ ìnàkúmàzì language.
Stone.
Hún sí náà ọmú hibwa àrìn náà àtọ̀ntọ̀. Hún sí ní náà ọrìn náà àtọ̀ntọ̀. That is your case. You are a public analyst. People should be giving you credit because any halap wa yabia ini ozabu yabia ikume.
Let's not laugh at it.
Can not laugh at it. Also not laugh at it. You can solve your problem.
Yeah.
But you leave everything you are doing. You are hungry. Kiki one. Kiki express here. you were here to notice. People should be commending you, and personally, I'm commending the job you are doing. Keep it up, no matter the backlash.
No, that's not.
Yeah, what I mean? So, who reply me? Honestly, you want to read Zoom?
Yeah.
From their own perspective, they are also very right. Yeah, what I mean? Now, the reason why the query area granted this interview, I've watched most of the commentaries, both reply and nobody has addressed the major issue, which is the solution to this problem.
You've not addressed the matter.
They have not addressed the major issue.
Okay.
The point you raise, very acceptable and authentic. Only they need this kind of personal attack. It's not supposed to be so. Indian people cool the solution to this thing. What do we do? Because why Joe Morgan, when I'm telling you, what you are seeing now is a tip of the iceberg to what will happen in this town like in the next 10 years.
Are you serious?
Yes, I've traveled far and near. Somewhere like New York. Yeah, where in Manhattan, New York. Wow, who's that? How many this your pillar ebuka? Okay, destroy this your own. Do something gigantic in where bunke. Yet
rent.
That is development. Because earlier that is this kind of situation. Now, like that capitalism we are talking about, all this price of goods and services, it doesn't matter if it is it has to do with needs or luxury. Price of goods and services are controlled by market forces, which has to do with demand and supply. The higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded. The lower the quantity demanded, the higher the price. All around where Bucci 2.5 or be 1.5. All men were Bucci 1.5 since last year. Jonah Kekobu. Or Joa Kekobu. This person are Joe, say 1.5. The other one are Joe. Anything when go working here in 200 or more. But the situation is Bucci 1.5. You want Joe Morgan or Akugo. And I'm going to go in the evening. In the afternoon, not ready to pay 3 million. You see how it will skyrocket.
Okay.
Or the agents when no remember profits. Both agent, like the word, both the owner, everybody choking.
Yeah.
So if agents landlord they Bucci 1.5. Agent were 5 persons or 10 persons in a then because
the 5 persons
are waiting that is where he will have opportunity to say if you get the one when they but that one na 2 million. If you go pay 2 million and only one go 2 million, you see so nobody should be blamed on this side. Even the government cannot control this kind of price in terms of putting task force or government the landlord as a landlord. You wait to lower your price. They don't even have that legal right because any now law.
But they can make policies to guide.
No, look at how they do it. That is why I want to ask you a question now. Why is it that somewhere like the Western world, let's use America for example, who are the most richest people? Farmers. Farmers. You know why? Because the government
subsidize
everything that has to do with farm. They do a because they know that this is an essential.
People must feed.
Yes. And we have 3 primary needs.
So what you are trying to say indirectly is if government
knowing that And we are coming now. The government, we have senseless, I don't know the words to use without it becomes very annoying. These people are not proactive. These people don't care. Yet you are seeing anything that concerns the masses. It's as if it's not their business. And these are people you are supposed to be serving.
Yeah, and when who concerning me, you take it personal.
Yes, and where they believe many. Thank God now in data we are all in APC. Everybody now, that is what it is.
Wow.
Because before, if you talk, it go be like say because say you not be this person party member. Everybody now has been brought to one house. So you can be, when anybody is doing wrong, it's easier for you to now talk to this person
without naming
without any layman because of. So what are we talking about? Government policies.
Before you go to these government policies.
Yes.
I want us to go a little bit backwards.
Okay.
Anybody when build house, like as a businessman, you know, to 4 flats for rent.
Yes.
It's an investment.
Yes.
And there is no investment that yields overnight 100% profits.
Yes.
Oh yeah, too a lot of time. Okay, 5 years by home. It's a futuristic investment.
Yes.
For family legacies. Our nkato nkago mbigu kahe egi erimeni or egi wele moyem. But iye maru weku yare no wa show those things a bitele that tendron ne investment or any, because some people don't want to on ne we moto pakiru na some no 20 years before pakiru, you know, all these things.
It still boils down to what we call market forces. How many tuani ki we here today ya ho no nyan no na ni Buzama price.
So you know that the money that is
the demand.
Yes. What we are trying to tell us now is the money that is navigating this drive is not end money. Because teacher, lecturer at the uni there.
Yes.
Teacher at the secondary schools.
Yes.
Even me as a musician and every other business forces around us now. Cannot afford to buy a land 50 million. Our property not to be like that now.
Yes.
You want?
Yes.
Who is there? So that is where the problem comes. So everyone are circulating, who are driving the economic vehicle. So even we are coming now, everyone drive with the economy of a nation now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to happen here. Because what you want to do is like well, teacher only. I mean, you have your file in your office now.
Yeah.
Teacher only. Mother the last one first second let drive with the price of alley. Let's start from there first.
Yes, that is. Yeah, who are these civil servants? It's not just teachers. That is also government failure.
Okay.
Yes, because why? Inflation. It's obvious there is galloping inflation in Nigeria as a whole. But because of that selfish, I'm going to use that word in all your man.
Yes.
There are people who are receiving salaries like these teachers in Poma. Years ago, when price of, let's use this fuel that really this subsidy where a drop about fuel that really push up everything in the market. Why are they not also increasing workers' salary to be able to equate the situation on ground? The people who suffer more in this are the civil servants. Because as a businessman, anybody in Ebuche rent is pushing it back to the final consumer.
That's right.
That is to say, when you take land and 1 million, I remember I did on estate. We started by 525,000.
Yeah.
Today now, that kind of land, 5 million.
That same land.
Yes. Yet, salary of worker
remains stagnant.
remains static. They suffer more. Now, government knowing all these things, these three primary needs of man, if they are proactive, how do they control this price? Iweke Mel, Prince Paradise, Managing Director, PPGC Limited.
Okay.
They are population area liquor. Marry too much.
Okay.
Because of this emporism, anybody any small house now becomes just check Aliyah.
It's a seriousness.
It becomes scarce.
Yeah.
So for that, price has to go high.
Yeah.
College
of education is my unit.
Now, what will they do? Prince Paradise. What will it cost to build 1,000 units?
But we used to have it in the olden days.
That is what we are saying. That is how you interfere. You subsidize that area. Now, when government gives me the money, I build. They know how much I said is
going to cost.
It's going to
for
cost.
A unit.
Yes. Okay. And they provide the money. Now they can give me instruction to now say, in here rent one flat is 500,000. Then the
500,000 a year.
I'm giving an example how they crash. They
crash it.
Yes.
Okay.
Then now, because it's government, they are not doing it to make gain. They are not going to make gain.
No, obviously.
Now, they now give the masses opportunity. Prince rent 500.
2-bedroom flat.
2-bedroom flat. Yeah, then one the 2-bedroom flat. New one,
Everything inside.
Everything in there. Yeah, can one who Joe Morgan able to 1.5? Yes. Will you go to 1.5? No. They will now go there. Everybody will now. Your own now will remain. Nobody will. You will
go to.
You will be forced to put your own 400. You see, by then now they have control the price by providing and subsidizing that particular product. That is why they may eat abroad. Chicken, food, they not eat to food. Chicken was luxury. Chicken was luxury when I was in Nigeria.
Nobody they want to eat chicken after.
Before one way iná yẹ kún ọ̀hún.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. Wọ́n yà mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
You can give me that more quick.
Then me le chicken on when in America Xmas.
Yeah.
But when I travel, my first travel, no man will no eat bread. You wear one full chicken, one full one. Ya power here. You saw no here. We go any yamahu. Do you know why? Government subsidize farming. So because they subsidize it, all those goods become cheap.
You're right.
Do you understand how?
You're right.
So that is how all those ones say say if the government refuse to do the right thing between now till 10 years time, it can carry one plot of land 50 million in this time. Allen. It can price mark what I told you. We can this rent is 1.5. Rent the next 10 years. Kaya barike per year 10 million naira or 5 million. 5 million in something. But in the next 10 years in this town, because population is growing more and more, our land is safe and productive.
Very productive.
So people are coming
very
different. Do you know that
our reception is perfect.
Yes, and we have what we call hospitality.
Very
it's
well.
Peaceful. Before now, can you want be doctor? Or when young, there's no young boy woman, young money. Everybody money, no. Yes. But is it like that now? No, that is to tell you the place. Jam packed. And it's happening more and more. Except me, indirectly, we are praying and actually development.
Okay, now this question is for you.
Yes.
In the next 10 years,
yes.
Like I know you have vast land now.
Yes.
available because the way we're
yes.
Ogun come
Yeah, that in Lagwaya, you remember New York. Manhattan, yes, Manhattan, you want to buy land, you are buying house first. Buying house and when you remember more, you know, people are not to man to you. I've said it here.
so you want
You are going to buy this one in your own up. Even in you. Yeah, imagine really good. Even in you, each other to see story. You only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are quite more.
Yeah,
because why? Look at what people don't.
I think this thing is happening in Onitsha.
Yeah, look at it in Onitsha. Downstairs.
All right, that's Onitsha.
Because of land, and land is like God has created during the time of creation, God care or creating land. Okay, add a single one. Adam and Eve. This is like Adam and Eve. This is the earth. They were occupying this. When no more, and I said, I did there. Honor him for.
Space one.
Mikogi meme. The bearing one now is that. You see, before now, Orikeze, wherever switch on the industry. Where Mambo was saying, George Kuze one now. Yeah, only one name. But before, we make us in you. Only I turn up to one itself for very cheap fancy title. Or such on nowhere.
I'm telling you. And company not to concern.
Not to call with Yale.
Wow.
Because it has become scarce. Scarcity. That is what is happening. Because government has to intervene in all these areas because private sector in charge. It's
true.
Because of what they spend.
It's true.
Because of me, those areas will have profit.
Okay. You see, also that even like the governor of the state, I don't want to mention anybody's name.
Yes.
Now, governor someone not boy.
Yes.
From a car houses.
Yes.
Or people from an education, or from the maybe or say this is what I want. Do 500 units of detached bungalow.
Yes.
You want 500, maybe decrease the price
of housing.
How? Now, do you think this government will not also infiltrate you? Like this. Don't you think they will also give you a list of 250 of their own?
At least no matter where we is there. At least. But when Makade then go do for paper, what Okonya no can because they know I'm a businessman, I have name, I have integrity.
Yeah.
I will not because I will do my job in
your own community because it's your own community.
But let it not even be my community. My company has a name to protect.
Yes.
But am I what judging, man? Well, for a boy, remember where the company.
Okay.
Where her company.
I signed the contract.
I signed where the contract. How many you are for 1 billion? Remember who's not in paper. It's not as if all these things are here. You get someone there digging, man. You will see that people we can say no more law.
The government it's
not like they don't know, but they will end up hijacking it. That is where
because
proper leadership.
I remember that Wafia one time. I think Wafia
the price because I heard one time when they one stop 2 point something. You see, the aim is defeated because
shop this was a shop. You check the price for 2.5 million on the tomatoes.
So you see that the aim is defeated.
Okay, in this whole thing now, what do you think is the role of these OBs? Do you think they are helping matters?
The OBs. They suppose well our fathers. They suppose we can hear no we ku. O ma no bi ni ya buru no we ku ya. Not standing. Many. You see that they will listen to them. But I respect all the kings because they are our fathers, and some of them are doing well. But
some of them are really doing well.
some of them are doing well. That is why I cannot generalize. But some have also been inculcated into this devilish corrupt system.
So we're into land racketeering.
Grabbing and doing everything. And at the end of the day, where do we go from here? The poor masses end up suffering. And what is my advice to young Nigerians? My advice is that you don't blame the player. Learn the game, understand the game, and become a professional and play more than the players. That is the only way you can survive it. What do I mean by this? Obvious. You can't live a good life in Nigeria without money.
Yeah, you are not even secured without money too.
Yes, so you have to work hard. Small, you will be able to build an empire.
With all these locks and here.
Yes. You don't have to relent. You need to fight like a tiger when it comes to hard work. So that even if lowest and school fees, because it cuts across
yes, everything.
Everywhere.
To the price of tomatoes.
Lowest and school fees to 2 million. Because you have worked hard, you have invested to be able to generate money. And you must have what you are doing. The civil servants, I'm also talking to you people. Stop relying only on one source of income. If not, there is nothing. These people don't care about the masses.
A quick one. What about the role of the agent, middlemen? I know that our brothers, when they do this job, that they hustle. Or most of them, they take and support their family. I agree to that.
Yes.
Now, do you think they are also
part of it?
A problem?
Yes, they are part of the problem, but they are not entirely the problem.
Okay.
It boils down to profit.
Profit, yeah.
How many agent? No say chonimu law. You know say me George Akuyo 100,000. No go another agent. Agent has 50,000. I think I will go to the one that said 50,000.
Obviously.
But because this houses are scarce, the government did not make provisions.
Yeah.
This proactiveness, they didn't put all this measure.
Yeah.
It becomes agents now start using it as business. That thing I said, profit. They now have to capitalize.
But they also
on it because what they are doing is legal. Because they are also going to tell you that give example when I many Joe Morgan his dream. Any George my birthday or look at Joe Morgan. He needed to charge people high so that he can afford to carry Joe Morgan. So it is with Okoba in law. How many 30 years ago called and his dream now is to buy a
Corolla
machine.
Corolla.
You see what Corolla is costing in the market?
Almost 7 million people.
So he has to increase that rent
to buy Corolla
so that he will be able to buy Corolla. So it costs across meaning water and petrol. Which one is more important to human life?
Of course, water.
You see that water is more important to human life. Petrol seems to be like luxury.
Yeah.
But petrol is more
expensive in the market.
Yet million money is subsidy.
You can't live without.
You can't live without.
But you can live without petrol.
But you can live without petrol, but you can't live without water. So water is supposed to be expensive. But do you know why water is cheap? It's available. Water is everywhere. But can't be on I think you 1 million. So that is why fuel is expensive.
Yes.
Because it's scarce. So if the government make houses available, the market forces will control it because it's in everywhere.
But the government now, the way it's going, my brother.
They are not. They need to. That's why we are talking.
Of emergency on now.
That is not whether they declare. Even though they know here and go. This is price you are going to sell them. or this is price you are going to give out your house. Like my house, it still remain one of the best house when it comes in my. But I'm still collecting a flat, 3-bedroom flat.
3-bedroom flat.
3-bedroom flat. Is that same 200 he's paying?
Since 8 years.
Since 8 years. I did not increase it.
So why?
The new one, so many, they know.
But why didn't you increase it?
Because it's not my source of income. The money I can get young law. You never know many all this money. Money may be expensive lifestyle. If another house I dey expect that I want you to pay my children school fees, you go to 3 million. The man self na him we dey see. Ya can hear landlord. Because
outside the government. Outside the government. Go now.
Yes.
You said something. From your community, Akomazi.
Yes.
You are one of the prominent children there. Prominent son, honestly. You are not into politics.
Yes.
So you are also going to be, by the grace of God, part of the government.
Yes.
This is a carnation. I cannot hit my hand on the chest. How like I tell you be now, honorable. You say, wow, one company, an industry for their land. Because during the time when you were this way, carry the primary secondary school, the late Orewa, our biscuit industry.
Yes.
Our toilet roll industry, paper industry, you know. So, and you know, where Bashono, you go see crowd in the Bashono. You're telling Lekunu. Because here in Leku, it matters a lot because that's why Kiriko could do government and I think it makes a lot of sense to me. I can tell you there is no, you are the land now.
Yes.
And you are company. Who did that land? No many company, government do that land. You check with me. Or rob back with me. Or anything with me. The greatest businesses anywhere around, apart from one into real estate and all whatnot. Hotel business.
Yes.
And petrol stations.
Yes.
So apart from that, another kind of one few of our brothers who are very few. Animal farming and all whatnot, poultry and all. Even poultry should about that because it's also the price of feeds has also skyrocketed to so you are now you by the grace of God you are banana and medical all the remember that houses one together.
Yes.
What do you think will be your input now that you are there? This problem.
Yes. Thank you so much for this.
Because of importance.
Yes. Yeah, I will give money. You say here down here. It could be whole politics. Somebody like me who all my life married to honorable business, I'm a businessman. In politics, if the people that are there are doing the right thing that is expected. That is why we have now come to conclusion any listener food worker. It will keep degenerating. And what am I going to tell my children? Which impact did I make during my time? And I've come to realize all these people, most people when that God has blessed, they don't love where they come from. I'm not going to say all because some are trying. I appreciate like our brother Jim Ovia, our father. Yeah, what the bank Zenith or
For who is in the qualification?
That is what we are supposed to be doing. Prince Paradise Estate, Prince Paradise, a global concept.
You can decide to do it.
When I was coming from, if I had concentrated on making money, I will land the 5 million. Or if you sell one property in Abuja or Banana Island, you are made. But how many years? Catalonia. You have made impact. God has blessed you. I don't like calling names, but I'm always because truth, yes, like our brother now. Because everything must not be you start to make impact. Today now, There is Prince Paradise Estate in Akumazi.
Oh, in Akumazi, yeah.
Yes. And I'm also going to do more. Because it's my village. So that in my own field, I bring. Yes. With that estate we launched this year now in Akumazi. I know how many people that are from Abo, how many Igbo people that bought land in Akumazi. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have. Ordinarily, land in Akumazi, except through yes, like yes. How many people you would able? How many through us were no land in Akumazi? That is how to bring development to your people. It must not be all about profit. Our brother there to 750 houses in Abuja at the old age. Oh, may not to my bill, but what may not to my bill. Now we go still use them. Offering the money she's not to it. But you know why? He was concentrating only on profit. Do you understand? Time has come whereby
750 is not a small.
Yes. Hotel. All these boys that traveled abroad, before travel, they want money anything in entrepreneurship. From you and man. You know, you hotel. You hotel. But all these people have shown example. Even these our government officials, God has blessed, that has climbed to a particular level. Why will Omeko not say I thank our former governor. He tried in his own aspect. But why will our governor rule for 8 years over in one single industry that wouldn't have been done with his money?
But what about the modern care, the university, Uchi?
Yeah, those ones industry. Those are for professionals. We are talking about people that can things that can accommodate. It's not like employment machinery. Look at what this person is doing in Abia State. Uchi. Where how many thousands of people sewing? Leather, clothing, and all those things.
Industrial fashion.
You understand? Then after, when I go begin talk, say people they do yaw. What thing you say make them do? You go begin say people they do ashawo. Why who graduate? Anwaria. Kisame. There are ways to control all these things. Because a girl when they to the extent no who can not part is likely to sleep with a man old enough to be his father.
It's sad though. It's sad.
Do you understand? Kidnapping is due everywhere. You want because they laugh at you. We able to 50 million. Say in a mafia. And then where's we can win? You go agree? But Lagwa no me omenegun lagwin. And there's no means, no hope. You may not survive the next days. That you can work. So our government should wake up. Our people, home and abroad, I'm saying it with all full chest. Come and do something for your community. Something that I mean is, how many medical doctor you have grown to a particular level? Stop complaining. Government do this one. Government you there abroad just they talk. It's not be church or church.
But most of them are scared now.
No, has Prince not done it? When I was coming, this is how many can make business. Let it be in Abuja or Lagos.
Yeah, they were telling you all that.
Yes. But believe you me, let's be honest too. Most of the things we cook on are true. Because and you see another thing. The government of the day keep quiet. An investor who has come to solve a primary problem with his own money, you allow them to prove frustration. And at the end of the day, why will the land not be expensive? We are going to court that has added to the price of that land. You build and another person, they destroy it. You are going to rebuild it. That has added to the cost of the production, the cost of the land. So everything as a businessman, you can teamwork together. How does it your profit? Because it boils down to profit. So the bottom line is that when ya kwegu and when kiga any other musicians
Oh yeah, yeah.
so that they will come up.
Yeah, yeah.
Our people who are how many who academic line. So I don't listen. On to America. On that to school because that is your line.
Yeah.
On to school village. How many medical doctor ni use asa kabia to hospital? In meme dispensary kisaka meme. You meme your village. That is giving back. It may not bring the desired profit. You might even be surprised in the process. It will bring this.
They are not just afraid of coming to invest. They are willing to invest now. So many of the children but they are not just afraid of the government policies or afraid of insecurity. Some are afraid of their family. Some are afraid of the traditional implication. So many of them are take risk that was successful for you. So many of them are scared to come, and so many of them their duty is just to criticize. One day,
That is
want to be there for the community. One day, I remember that I had one day off.
Yes.
I had a program, Makpa, one day off.
Yes.
You are aware of it?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
I
You
go
have
to
done
street.
well.
I go to streets. As I speak to you, on one day like school fees, I don't need to make it open now. Like on the school fees in the movie, you do Facebook. Till today, as I speak to you, one of them just did a good jump. And mom, you understand? So you cannot be criticizing everything happening in your community. Oh, no, you who is a many men on your own yen.
Yes.
So apart from these heart-strength issues that you have been able to explain, yeah, I guess you are now in politics in our government.
Yes.
I hope you will not change. I'm not one of my go here. All the good that position only change.
Yeah.
No.
And then it depends on yeah, no one can say and they are abroad. These people don't love where they are coming from. Because so many where love their home, they will come and say what will happen. Because any let me go. Because I call them escapees. You are in abroad, you would have been able to do something, but a lot will go. Immediately you are born to this world. The day you are born, you are guaranteed death.
Yeah.
What happened between
The day you are born is the day you die.
the day you are born, you are guaranteed death. One day can
Yes, socially you are dead from the day you are born.
Do you understand the point?
Yeah.
So, Kia Thomas Nego, what matters is what is the impact that you made
For the time being.
for the time being?
When you came to government support,
Nothing. No appreciation self. Area. Encourage if it's in abroad, they call you. What is the challenges you are getting? Challenge itself, they don't care. So that is why you don't also have right to tell your God how do you regulate price of goods in the market.
but we can start from the local government chairman. This local government chairman, they are young
Yes,
They are young men.
this
I
our.
don't want to mention names.
No,
They are
it's our. We mentioned them. Jerry is a very young, very young and has listening ear
And I think
and humble.
I think both
My brother too. Monday, very young, humble.
But let me tell you something. Yamani, oh, okay, baby.
Yes.
Oh, you're not the luchi in your home. In your door, Ibuke.
This is not there. That is why, like me now, being into politics.
I'm not trying to tell you.
Being into politics,
blame them too much.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. Being into politics, I may not be interested in aspiring for any position. Because why? And why the people who are the kingmakers will not want to give people like us position. Because you know your orders that are detrimental to the masses. I am not going to execute it. I'm not lawyer.
You can't be a lawyer.
Yeah, what I mean? So that is where you say they will change. Or it might change. Yeah, what I mean? Because why by then it's not that thing of what for that person. I don't want to call name. Or one of the cabinet members. Many are not there, not in Kuku. I was telling him, you are not in government. Look at why? For same prince, he forget. Because he's not in charge. And you make those decisions.
Anyway, make it.
Yeah, and I can't be on seat and men make decisions.
But these two new local government young, vibrant, and very intelligent young men, they can start from somewhere. And if they have this conversation.
Yes.
They know the people that are into real estate management.
Yes.
And property business.
Yes.
They can call a meeting.
Yes.
They didn't want to later. They sit with all of you.
Yes.
And an agent. This local government should do this. This local government should do this. And an agent.
Thank you. Charity begins at home. How many?
It's very unfortunate.
Yes.
I don't know. It's very, very unfortunate. Because they can sit with you people. Your mother another thing. Thinking, Amar when if sometimes if you spin it round, it can ignite your inner idea. The man who cool again, the man don't want to do it because we're better. But say, MLA who Jomogan equal wicked man. That's not an issue.
No,
that's not an issue. Anyone that want to work rent. Anyone want property, man. Anyone want rent. But let me also tell you that it will be nice for a Kasad local government chairman, a Kanotis local government chairman, to start up a conversation.
Yes.
Because this conversation can lead to very good things.
Very big thing. Other local governments will copy from them. Let government not say the price is too cost. The only way they can crash the market
is for them to step into the business.
For them to step into the business.
Yeah, they should step into the business.
They will pump money into it. All in a ton with 100 million. You know, where 25 million or 30 million. We want to have 50 million. Unlike Abuja, everybody builds his house here. Then you expect me to go, me that know all these things. A German committee make 500 million. They give me a houses that I know that they are not going to buy. Houses that I know that if I say let me start renting it in the next 30 years, make a rent for half of the money.
But that's the same reason why our brother Mefeleg in any 700.
Yes, I'm not blaming him when it comes to business, but I'm blaming him when we behave.
Yeah, you're right. You are very correct.
And we behave.
Not profit too.
Yes, you are not doing all those things to bring development to your people, to solve some certain problems. So the government has a lot to do to step in. And they don't want to go square one. And then women don't mind anything about building. Or man anything about real estate. It gives go at the end of the day, it will still boils down to nothing. So they should use the right people. That is why I like what this governor is doing.
Sheriff, yeah.
You see the constructions he's doing.
I even learned.
You see the constructions he's doing.
By the measure room junction.
You see the construction. Also, one day, yes, you know they do that. I know. Inside
They do major things.
They do major things. You need to be professionals.
Yes.
Professionals. And you will applaud him and know that he has a good intention. Because why? He has. There's this will. Without
legacy.
Yes, without undertone motive.
You want to leave a legacy.
Because why? Yajakoja beggar that has name. This thing where George Aron with 50 billion. It's only all divided the money to you won, you bend their name. You destroy their image. They have standard. They must walk into that standard. I charge you when you are going to go
because I don't know that the measure room is junction.
But the situation whereby John Morgan is my friend, Ramazan, you see.
So, that's my brother. Thank you so much. I want to breakfast with Joe Morgan. And Eike Kugwa will always come to talk about the issues concerning Aleka as it is with our lives generally. Finance, social life, traditional, anything. And Prince Paradise is one young man that has been very consistent on how Eka can challenge with the rest of the world. They are trying to make a winner.
Thank you.
Welcome
so
to Breakfast with Joe Morgan.
Thank you so much, our viewers. Joe Morgan ne osu we bebe lo. Eyan hu koku. Then no one says ko ya bebe lo egu. Ehin no hu ko no ku because egu or a high. Ale, asset, property, high, and every other goods. Very high. In here, what we call market forces, because there is population now in a car land. Is developing. Everything is growing. Okada, we
will not allow it to get to that 10 years. It could not do 10 years. I'm managing it. So
only the need prayer and fasting. You don't need action
from the
and you take
side.
care from the government side. Because this kind of side and private sector
it's too big for a private
sector. It's too big for anybody. Nobody
is private sector is there to make profit.
It's there to make profit. Yeah, what I mean?
So thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Okay, please PGC. Not everyone does a musician. Are you having any plans of playing music?
Yeah, man, but this time more.
Because you used to be a promoter.
I produce by Joe Morgan far back.
Yes.
Because we thought I'm saying King Area shining. I know many. Why you want no. Igi millions listening. Egu joda 2 hours. Ihwa millions. Yeah, Otame. So
you watch on it.
Not negu ni.
Everything for kind of profit.
No, e no be we anu ni na we for abon. And then someone crash your market. Only no one 15. Right? You will do a boom 1.450.
Oh my God! This is beautiful. You know, we are living very happily here. Our brother Geku, reach out to us. Introduce his phone number and his office company's phone number directly. For any of you who are on investment, so that you can contact him directly. The phone numbers are there, and you can reach him too for any financial advice. You know, then anyone can. When you or interested in what topic you can discuss, you can reach us too. The phone number will be there, so that you come join me, Joe Morgan, breakfast with Joe Morgan, so that you don't money here, PPGC. Press Kewo.
Thank you.
Mweze Kewo, Palace Kayabia. And Mweze Kayiwa, Palace Kayiwa Rabia. So we must always encourage ourselves and grow. You know, he lemende ka aleka wano. And government is by equal. Ajuloyi. We need to use the position to push. Because in the egg, people are hungry, people are suffering.
My brother, government, because the people who are the helm of affairs, the policy, they don't care. I think you use one that word, they are. I don't know how these people are wired. That everything is all about selfish interest. Everything, you don't care about how people are feeling. You don't care about. In PPGC, they increase the salary of workers.
You know that.
Like 3 times every year. In a car land here, as far as private organization is concerned, and you are called a higher salary. Even at that, I make sure I mentor them. You must also have side business that you are doing. In as far as it didn't affect your job. Nothing that stops you. You are working with PPGC and the finance department. I mean, my POS, somebody now running. Yeah, John, Saturday and Sunday. And the abasion by 5. So why will you not engage yourself? Think about people around you. The world will be a better place for us if we can understand that we don't need much. We don't need much. But this problem here, like greed. You are gathering for yourself, gathering for your unborn grandchildren. I told my children.
Education
These properties, what is wrong with you? Except you have shown me you can manage this business. You are capable. Not because me with my son or my daughter. That is to say, if you are no, it doesn't work that way.
All right.
You know what I mean? So the world will be a better place for all of us.
The world will be a better place for all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I really care.
God bless you,
you.